I finished up the door repairs, and then I had to make the door handles fit the door, but instead of that, I figured I'll make the door fit the handles. So I made up some brackets and pieces and parts and welded them in. And then I went on to check out the battery. Well, the nice man from Ingenics says it's no good. It's too low. So I spent 4 days slowly charging it, little at a time. So, cover off, power fuse out. This is where it gets extremely dangerous. Wear gloves or die. Now, we're going to do some measuring, and then I'll do a setup that I think might do something worthwhile, but who knows. Or I'm going to run like hell and avoid the flames. Okay, so I'm going to verify voltage here. Oh boy. So from this point, where the fuse separates the two halves, to that point I've got 104-ish, 22.3. So that means this is a positive. I'm going to hope to remember that at some point. So instead of hoping, I'm just going to be good, and I'm going to put a plus over here somewhere just so I can remember. This is plus. This is minus. Now, theoretically, it should be the other way around on the other side. Take this orange cap off. It stops me from dying. So, what do we got here to here? 116. No, 111.8. No, okay, stabilize. Now, all we have to do, so this one here is the positive on this side, and this one here is the negative on that side. Okay, so now we know that. Boy, we're going to set up a trickle charge. Sure, that's what we're going to call it. Okay, I'll be back when I get that nonsense set up. So this is my setup. Hopefully this works. Currently I've got about 106 volts. And I've got power supply here about 150. So I'm going to turn it on slowly with a cooker element in series just for safety, and a 1 amp breaker. Turn that on. Okay, we see it slowly climbing. 108. Not seeing any smoke yet. It's only a 1 amp breaker, so that should kick out if anything happens. Coolant pump is running. Should keep the battery cool. Bring it up in slow increments. Slowly coming up. Okay, we're at 110. Pause that for a minute. smoking. Okay, continuing. Keeping an eye out for any smoke. I'm just going to keep doing that until I get her up around 150. Take a pause here. Something does smell warm, but it could be this power supply. I don't know how good that is. Just an old VFD. Take a break for this thing's getting a little bit warm, but who cares? Just an old Allen Bradley VFD putting out 100 and something volts. We're up to 123. No smoke, no flames. We're just going to let that sit. Get up to about 125. Shut it off for a minute. Things cool down. Heater element in series for safety. Definitely safety first with this baby. Just slowly climbing. That's what we want. Just a little tiny bit at a time. And hopefully this trick works. $133.5. I've bypassed the heating element. Speed it up a little now that I know it's not too bad. This old VFD isn't overheating, so we're just going to let it sit and do its thing. Nice and slow. Winning the race. I'll worry about some other wiring issues while we're waiting for that to happen. So now the voltages are close to 3 per cell, which should give us enough to charge at least. We're going to give that a try. Thanks to the nice gentleman at Ingenix, I am now charging. Yes, it's a disaster and needs some cleaning, but I've gone through so much nonsense in the last few days. Yeah, and I did break the corner of my charge port. I'm going to have to bundle that up or find all the pieces somewhere in this mess. I had to make a slight adapter just because I decided to get the charge port from a newer one. I don't know why it's making that noise. Oh boy. Okay, honey. That's enough. Wow. Now that it runs and dries, it's much easier to get it out to work on. So I've gone back to doing the doors, finishing the skinning of that, taking all the old paint off, getting the doors on, and then priming it, painting the roof. Now we have to go blocking and getting things flattened out, get it looking somewhat straight. Having a look at the hood and how that's going to fit, how the front end's going to fit. It does look like it needed a little bit of something there. Looks better than it did, at least originally. And we'll move on to the next video with some more work. Hope you liked the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you later.